Chapter 52, Branwell.
There are certain things I hate not knowing. When writing a story for journalism, I hate when I forget to ask something or it's too hard for anyone to answer the question, but those problems seem tame compared to what's going on now. Someone named the Panda King and his daughter got us new identities within the first few days, and we flew off to the Caribbean. Only on the ride there, we were notified how Haiti was currently under restrictions. Once we all arrived, we saw how police were monitoring even the waters. I guess it was to make sure no one snuck into Haiti. We paid for snorkels, air tanks, goggles, and waterproof backpacks at a scuba shop, and then touristy clothes to make us look like we were buying these for far less illegal activity. I noticed Sly looking at them funny when he saw the price, even though Bentley, Murray, Carmelita, and Dimitri were dividing the cost. I also saw him eyeing different people's pockets, and by the time we left the store with no money stolen, it looked like some of his pride got tanked. Dimitri taught us how to breathe through an air tank and how to conserve oxygen and not to flood the tube. Dimitri's special gear had a communication device in it, and he was using it to keep up with whoever his contact in Haiti was. We agreed to swim out when it was dark because Haiti was apparently now a slimy police state, both in the water and out of it. I asked McSweeney to keep an eye on me. This was my first sort of caper, and I realized upon hearing the plan I was making my debut in the den. But it goes smoothly. We swim out, evading the cops close to the shore, and we stay close together, because the dark and sandy water is a little hard to see in, even with the goggles. The only iffy part of this plan is getting Bentley around. He had to get off his wheelchair and have him hold on to McSweeney. Dimitri guides us to the shore, and when I emerge, someone in the darkness guides us with an arm up a hill, and he's running quite fast. It's also so dark out, the only thing emanating light are the flashlights of the patrols around us, who fortunately haven't noticed us yet. Whoever helped us is as tall and muscular as McSweeney and Murray. He stops at a giant boulder, rolls it a few feet to his right, and gestures us into this hidden cave. I object to none of it. This strange guy is the last person to come through. He then pushes the rock back, and then we're plunged into utter darkness, until a lamp is turned on. It is in the center of the room. "Dimitri," says the guy. Now I see who helped us. A slightly dark turquoise ogre, shirtless like McSweeney and wearing a knapsack with a spiky strap. Dimitri gives him a handshake and pulls him in for a man hug, though he makes an effort to avoid the spike. They don't look only for design. Smart for him to be careful. "Thank you for getting us in, mister," says McSweeney. "What's your name?" "Thornel Kaz. You must all be Dimitri's sidekicks." "Yes, we, Huh?" exclaims Sly. "Sidekicks?" "Thornel here is one of my old friends from Bloodbath Bay," Dimitri points out, before the contradiction can muster. "We'd been in touch since then, and last I heard he was now a bodyguard for hire here in Haiti." "A bodyguard? That's cool," says Bentley, as he's able to get himself back on his chair after Murray gets it out of the bag and sets it back up. "Who do you usually protect?" "Was pretty decent with the celebrities back in the day," says Thornel, "but my preference is being there for local friends who find themselves in situations where they'd be more comfortable with me around. Sadly, these days, there's not much more folks like me willing to work for just pennies." "So do you spend your days cooped up in this cavern?" asks Carmelita. "Occasionally. I have a house just above us, though. You can see the trapdoor just on the ceiling there. I stay down here in case things get dicey." "Maybe you can explain more of that to us," I point out. "What happened here recently?"